Welcome
to the J&O Show.
We talk about
my little raggedy car I had at the time, because, I was a single mom and I was working and I was making it happen. But it was a junk heap.
It was.
All right. I said it was a junk heap. Watch yourself. So it was a junk heap. This man took me to Redbird Nissan, walked me up in there from the showroom floor, and bought me a brand new car while we were dating, and I had not given him any real commitment. Now that...
What?
I'm just gonna pause for a second.
Pause.
I know a lot of dudes would be like, oh, hell no.
Hell no.
No.
Especially not right now.
I would tell you no, too. All right, look, if you want any advice, don't do that.
Nope.
It worked out for him. That's cool. He can be a part of the 0.000000%. Cool. I'm actually happy for y'all.
Yes.
Bruh. I don't know what she was going to say. Go ahead. I'm going to stop.
You wouldn't have done that for me? Really? If you had the money?
Here's the thing. No.
No.
Look. No.
No.
No. No.
No.
Hell no.
Hell no.
And we just dating, and she gave him zero commitment. I'm going specifically off of what she said. No.
Absolutely not.
Why? Because there is an entitlement to a lot of modern women. I'm doing that in quotations for a reason.
I asked you specifically about me. I ain't talking about modern women.
Well, even back in the day, I wouldn't have did it for you without any commitment, and we're just dating. No.
How many times do I have to tell you no?
No, I wouldn't.
No.
You not even my girlfriend? Nah, bro.
No, absolutely not.
With no commitment means we're just dating.
I thought she said they were
No,
dating.
she said we were dating, and I had not given him any real commitment.
Nope. Okay.
So it wasn't even like that. You're my girlfriend.
Okay.
Hell no.
I'll tell you what the answer to that is. Hell no.
What if I was your girlfriend?
And I'm happy. No.
No.
What if I was your girlfriend?
No. When did you get your first new car? When you got your first new car? After we were what?
Married.
There you go.
Yeah, that might be a bit much,
Yeah.
especially if you ain't got it like that,
Even if you got it like that. If the Lord tells you to help a sister out,
I was just
you
getting
can
ready.
help a sister out, but it ought not be with the thought and expectation that at some point in time, this woman would grace you with the privilege of being her lawfully wedded husband. If there is no such time in your mind and the Lord says, you know what, I need you to bless her with this because you got it and I gave it to you to give to her. I ain't got no problem with that. You go ahead, bless her.
Yes, Lord.
I told y'all the story about the man who married the woman who was out there in the streets professionally. And Lord had this priest sitting up there with this woman who was in the streets professionally while they were married. And he was like, for real, Lord? He was like, yup, you just gonna take this L. Here it is. Hope you enjoy it. Why? Because I got to save her soul.
Man, yeah.
If the Lord ain't trying to help you save some souls, let her go.
Can I get an amen?
Sorry. Go ahead. I don't know what she was going to say. Go ahead.
No, but okay, maybe on not such a grand scale, but there was a podcast that I just watched recently, Dear Future Wifey podcast. Shout out to Latrice
Dem.
Whitfield, I believe is his name.
Shout out to them.
Yes, I can't remember the name of the couple. But this kind of reminded me of their story and us a little bit because I'm going to get back to the video, y'all. I promise. I'm going to get back. When a guy is truly into you, he shows himself. Yep. If this is someone, what I'm saying, that you guys are in a serious relationship, basically, and you're considering to actually get married, like you're looking at this relationship long term because the end goal for both of you basically is marriage. Like there's certain things I feel should happen for you to be able to help see how your husband to be will show up. And I'm talking specifically about the husband part. This is a really small example. So when we were dating and you came to North Carolina, I believe it was to help move me to Jersey. I think it was at that time to move back up to New Jersey. And it was my suitcase, but you were helping me get my stuff together and you saw the bag and you saw it was all jacked up. And you were like, that's your bag? And I was like, yeah. I didn't really think anything of it because I'm like, college student or whatever, like it ain't no big deal. Like I just need something to get me from point A to point B. And it was like one of the bags that I had or whatever. But you were really concerned about the fact that I didn't have a proper bag for travel. You said something, about it or what have you. And then you was like, oh, we got to get you a new bag. But it was like the way in which you did it. I didn't really think much of it, but my mom did. That's why it's good to have the elders around. Okay.
Okay.
And she always remembered that. Cause like I said, she told me about that and she knew that was going to be okay with you. Yeah, that might be a little bit much, get in the car and they weren't like talking about getting married and nothing like that. But, but I think that someone showing the interest in the little things, like caring about the little things, says a lot. And I think it's important when you are talking about spending the rest of your life with someone that you do take notice to these things. Does this person, do they care that my car door is falling off? Even if they can't necessarily afford to fix it, because we got married young. Is it a thought process like we got to figure something out? Those things I think are very important when you're talking about marriage or when you're dating with the intent to be married.
That sold me.
You think? And women want security.
And it just sold me. And from that.
This is Dear Wifey podcast. My bad.
That point, I started to really kind of let my walls come down. I was like, this man is not even getting, like, to be really honest, the physical. He met a felt need. He knew that there was a need there. My son and I, needed transportation to get him to daycare. I needed to get to my job. And not even being my husband, he started to take on the role of a husband.
That's what I say right there.
Well, see, let me real quick. So I'm going to assume, I could be wrong because this is just a clip, but considering the podcast that they're on, I'm thinking that they are Christians. They are believers.
Maybe.
This is what I'm going to say, possibly. Because most of the people that I tend to see on that show that he brings on there, the couples, they tend to at least claim to be pursuing the Christ-like life
that follows the teachings of Jesus.
And some people might be like you said just now, and especially in today's dating age, excuse me, they feel as though that's crazy and it's overboard. Like, why would you do that for somebody who's not like even committing to you? Let me tell you something. When you're really trying to follow Jesus, and who knows, I don't know, maybe God did tell him to do it. Maybe he did it on his own. I don't know, whatever. But the things that happen to you are not by accident. Even the people that come into your lives are not by accident. Even the bad situations, the worst situations. Romans 8:28 says, and we know that all things work together for the good of them that love the Lord and who are called according to his purpose. So if you are claiming or professing to be a child of God and you are diligently trying to seek him and follow him, like when you find yourself in different types of situations and these type of things, which seem like really left field or kind of crazy, like who does that? Like who would go and buy a car for someone that they're not even really with? It seems crazy, when you hear it out loud. And when you think about in today's dating market, like you said, it sounds crazy. But if you're moving in a certain space like that, to me, it doesn't necessarily sound crazy. And again, that's whether or not, that's something he did on his own or God told him to do. But that is not far-fetched to me. Like God saying, you know what? Because both of you are my children. He's my child. You are my child. And she hard-headed. She's stubborn. It's hard for her to open up. So I need you to do what may seem to some people to be this grand gesture, to break her walls down, to show her myself, to show her my love, to show her what is possible, what I can do. And when I'm talking about what I can do, I'm talking about God, what he can do through him.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't do it. And that definitely crazy as hell.
I think you're crazy.
So that's pretty much where I'm going to end it. I don't got nothing else to really say about it.
Really? If the Lord told you to do it, you wouldn't do it?
The Lord will have to have me in a different situation than I'm in right now. But if I was in that different situation and that's how, he wanted me to move, especially at this juncture with everything that we've been through and that we've experienced, yeah, I would. Like if there was somebody out there and he was like, look, I got y'all, more than you've been asking for. Y'all set right now. Mm-hmm. And it might be some big things I want y'all to do. And if he might be like, yo, I need you to get this person that's struggling, this single mom, I need you to get her a car. Mm-hmm. This brother is over here, he's killing himself to do X, Y, Z. I need you to give him a position in your company so that he can take care of his family or so that he can build himself up. If he's moving me in those directions and stuff, I hope that I'm connected enough to be able to hear that. For those of you who do not believe in Christianity, don't have that type of relationship, or don't believe in God, or whatever the case may be, this is all going to be foreign craziness to you.
Yep.
But it's hard to explain unless you're in it and you're experiencing certain things. And you see the Lord blessing you through people, through the government, through everybody, through everything. And you just getting blessings.
Any and everything.
It becomes easier for you to open your hand. If you got money here and you close your hand, you can't receive and you can't give. Nope. If you open it, you can receive and give. And if you're a conduit through which God can put stuff to you so that you can give to others, he'll constantly do it. When you close your hand, he'll stop giving you because your hand is closed. And at that point, you're on your own and you're trying to do it on your own. And some people can go and they'll get straight rich doing it on their own, but they empty though.
Oh boy.
And it becomes hollow. And taking care of your family is not necessarily something that would be super celebrated to the Christian experience, because even people who worship Satan take care of their family.
Yes. So what if he's the devil, Rick? At least the devil has a job. At least he's active in the community.
Is when you reach out and you take care of other people and other things, where you start to get some real understanding of what it feels like to be a blessing to somebody. Like when somebody looks at you and they're like, oh my gosh, you're my guardian angels. That hit different when it's not your son, your daughter, your wife, your nephew, your sister. It hit different when it's a stranger and they don't know how to exclaim to you because they don't know you like that, the blessing that you've given them. We've been fortunate enough to be in situations where we felt that. So until you get into that space, it's not going to make sense to you. And I get it. Trust me, because I was there for a long time. It's just different being on this side of it. And I can see why Christians do some crazy things. And I can see why, you'll hear certain things like God adds by subtracting. He multiplies by division. God doesn't do things our way.
At all.
And so I could see that. So, but that's it. I'm done. I'm not going to go any further. I'm shutting it down.
So like, comment, share, subscribe, turn on those post notifications so that way you can know when we upload, because we've been gone for a minute, but we back now. Okay, we back.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even tell people. Happy New Year.
Yes. Happy of the New Year.
Yes. Happy 2025, y'all. We made it. I know things is looking crazy right now, but we made it.
Right, we here.
Praise the Lord.
We're going to see what it's going to be.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Down in the description, there are 2 links.
One is to a GoFundMe, and the other one is to a video that explains what the GoFundMe is for. Long story short, we have a medical situation with our daughter that we have to pay for everything out of pocket, and we could really use you guys' help. If you have the time, we'd love for you to go check it out. If you have the money, the funds, we'd love for you guys to help. If not, maybe you could send a link to somebody else who can help. We thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Peace.
Press the off button.